Hey guys, let's take a look at Pearl's bass drum hoop protector and find out if this thing is any good or if you should take a look at an alternative. Now, as you can see, the package, it comes with a few different things. It comes with the metal bass drum hoop protector itself. It comes with a piece of non-slip tape, a tiny screw, and a little instruction manual. Now, ages ago, when I was still in high school, I had gotten a set of Pearl drums. These were the Prestige Session Select line. So those drums, they already came with one of these mounted, pre-installed. So I already had a pretty good idea of what this thing was before I opened up this new package. Now, how this works is basically you can see that this guy, it's got this bend to it. And that's to align with the shape of your hoop. Now, you would apply this to the bottom part of the hoop with the solid metal piece aligned upward, like on the inside of the hoop, and these two little ears here going underneath the hoop. That piece of non-slip tape, this is technically optional. You don't have to use it. In fact, it didn't even come with the version when I first got my old Pearls. So maybe this is a newer thing. If you wanted to use it, it would sit on top of the piece of metal. So when you put this on the bass drum, this piece of metal is exposed and then this non-slip tape would go on top. Just a couple of things though. There's a hole on the non-slip tape. You gotta make sure that lines up with the hole on the metal bracket. Also, you might notice that, at least on the package I got, the non-slip tape is too big or it's too deep and it doesn't fit right. So if you were gonna use this, you might want to just get a pair of scissors and trim it back. Just make sure you're not trimming on the side that has the hole. Once you have that all set up, you would take that screw and you would literally screw it into your bass drum. So what I would actually recommend is to put the bass drum pedal on before you finish the job. In my case, what I did was I actually put the bracket on, put the bass drum pedal on. That was just to make sure everything was okay, lined up okay, or make any adjustments that you might need. Once you have it in a good spot, tighten up the pedal really good. Hopefully that might kind of bend the metal in and hold things in place a little bit. Carefully remove the bass drum pedal, making sure that that metal plate doesn't slip on you. Then get that non-slip tape that it came with. Again, get some scissors and trim that thing back because it's not going to fit otherwise. Peel it off. For me, this was actually the biggest pain, was to try to get the back side of this off. It probably took me a good 2 minutes. And then once it came off, there was a little bit of the paper still stuck to it that I had to kind of dig into it to be able to get off. Eventually, I got that tape applied, got a very small Phillips head screwdriver, and screwed that guy in. And then that was it. Put the bass drum pedal back on, just make sure everything was okay. Looks like this one doesn't go back too far. It's not gonna hit that screw head every single time I'm taking it on and off, but probably the process of taking it on and off is gonna cause that little metal plate to shift back and forth, and that might eventually disrupt the screw head. Now, unfortunately, this tiny little screw here, this little guy, I can tell you from experience, is not gonna last. It's going to be kind of somewhat easy for him to get broken. Keep in mind that, again, this is going to be sticking out through this hole here. So the head of the screw is going to be kind of sticking up through the metal. And the problem is if your bass drum pedal goes in and is constantly hitting this, it could be easy to snap off the head of the screw. But there's an even bigger problem than that, which is you're screwing this tiny screw into, with kind of a small threading, you're screwing this into wood. And so if this screw, if it's rocking back and forth inside of the hoop, eventually it's going to wear down that wood. It's going to strip the wood where you put this into. So at that point, you're really going to have two options. You're going to have to get another one of these and rotate the hoop a little bit because you need a new spot to screw this into, right? Something where it's not messed up from a threading perspective. Or you can try what I did, which was to give up on the screw and just kind of make sure every single time you move the bass drum, hoping that that thing is going to be in the right spot. Eventually, though, I did run into the problem where I lost this at a gig and I just kind of gave up on having this protector on there. As you can see, I did get a good amount of damage over the years since then on my bass drum hoop. So all in all, I would say I recommend you not use this product, because not only is it going to wear down over time, but it's going to cause damage to the hoop on the inside of the hoop because you have to screw it in. So what should you do instead? Well, consider what DW does when they ship out their collector's kits. They send it with this little piece of sticky rubber material that you stick onto the hoop. And if that wears down, you can just apply a new piece. It won't have caused any damage to the inside of the hoop. You don't have to worry about rotating the hoop over time and exposing different damaged areas. In fact, I have found a good kind of third party that makes a better version of the sticky material that DW even ships with. And if you're interested in knowing more about that, then you can find a link to that right up here. And if you're interested in seeing other cool videos like this, then please don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, peace.